Hello guys, Dazzinator here again. And the Ryzen PC has sold, sort of. So I got contacted by this guy and we settled on a price and he asked me if I would part exchange him. And I said, what do you got? So he asked me if he could keep his case and if I could transplant the Ryzen computer into his case. And basically I will be keeping the i5 processor in there. I don't know what it is until I get in this PC. A water cooler, 16 gigs of DDR3 at 2400 megahertz. There's an SSD in there, but then again, he will be getting a 240 SSD because I think it's a 120 SSD in there. A 120 water cooler. So I will still be making £50 profit on this Ryzen PC. But instead of making the £150 profit which I originally planned, I will be getting near enough a full PC setup instead, which then I'll be able to flip to make even more money, and we'll be able to make more content with it. Because even an i5 quad core, you're still going to be able to get some decent performance on that with like a 1060, maybe a 1070, depending on if there's a bottleneck there. I'm not sure. Maybe we can, if it's a K series, we can overclock, but we'll find out. Alright, so I'm going to open this thing up and we're going to have a look inside. Alright, so let's get in this PC and see what we have in here. Alright, so I know there are GTX 1060 in here that he wants to keep, and he wants to put that in his own PC. So that will be transferred over to the Ryzen PC. So, alright, so let's have a look at this RAM, because I know this RAM in here is some really decent RAM. So it's Corsair Vengeance, yeah, Corsair Vengeance 16GB kit at 2400 megahertz. You guys probably can't see that very well. I have to take my word for it. So we've got an SSD 120GB. It looks like a Republic of Gamers motherboard. Yeah, so let's grab the old screwdriver friend over here and take the graphics card out. Should be a releasing pin. There we go. Nice looking 1060 there. Gigabyte. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is time lapse me taking this to bits. Probably going to showcase what i5 this is. And yep, we'll be right back after this time lapse. Alright, so we got to the CPU, and I can tell you this is a really good CPU for the DDR3. It is a 3570K, so it is an overclockable chip. I don't know if this is going to show up well on the camera, but we can give it a go. $3570K. So I'm going to put this back in the socket just to keep it nice and safe. But yeah, that were a really good find. Alright, so back onto the transplant. Time-lapse time! Alright, so that's essentially everything gutted from this case. Everything in here is staying in. Like I say, the 1060 will be going back in there. But now we need to get the Ryzen PC that we built the other day and gut that and get this ready for transfer into this case. So I'll time lapse that again for you guys. Alright, so this is the finished product. I had a bit of trouble mounting all these power SATA cables and SATA cables through this hole, but eventually got there in the end. The CPU cable I didn't really like because there's no gap at the top for the CPU power cable to come through. So what I had to do is again put it through where the motherboard power cable is coming from and mount it all the way around the top, around the RAM, and that's the cleanest I could get it. So yeah, the SSD is here with 240 gigabytes. His hard drive is still at the back where it was originally. The the GTX 1060. All right, so now we've got a 1060 in here. Let's power this thing on and do the benchmarks again with the Ryzen PC before this customer gets this back tomorrow. Alright, so I'm going to put this back together and we'll see you at the benchmarks. Alright, so now we have put the side panels back on and at the test bench area. So I'm just going to turn this thing on. As you can see, it's powering on, it's all good. So the test bench was an absolute success. The boot time I'd say is around 5 to 7 seconds, which is really, really good. Alright, so I'm going to log into Windows, install the drivers for the GTX 1060 because they're not on there. Alright, so now we're going to play some games. All game settings will be on Ultra, maximum I can get them in the game, and yeah, we'll be doing this.
All over downtown looking for you. I'm sending you my coordinates.
Make your way through the camp.
Who's out there? Provides temporary invisibility to avoid detection and infiltrate enemy positions. Movement while cloaked rapidly drains suit energy.
What I want to know is how come Lockwood's been such a hard on these guys. It's not like we don't got other shit.
Prophet, listen. I'm outside the evac center. You have to get here.
Firing missiles.
Get to work on that relay. Make sure these sons of bitches can't talk to each other.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up with this one. If you liked it, smash that like button. If you want to see more, get subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video. Dazzinator out.